Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another Pitch Perfect Live. I am your host and coach, Nicci Willis, and obviously it's another Tuesday, and we have another incredible business owner coming on live with us tonight. Now, if you are the type of person that maybe you tend to over-explain, okay, or you might get to the ums and the uhs, and your pitch is not quite landing, then this episode is for you. All right. So we've got our guest on that says that she over explains what she does. Now, of course, we're going to bring her on. We're going to let her pitch, and then we're going to see what we can do about fixing that pitch. But before we do, I want to remind you to make sure that you go to my website, NicciWillis.com, and that's NICCIWILLIS, in order to be on Pitch Perfect Live. All right. So it's a time for you to come in on the hot seat. It is a time for you to pitch to me, and you can pick my brain for free for 30 minutes. All right. So we are booking all the way into June, guys, already. So you don't want to miss it. Again, NicciWillis.com, NICCIWILLIS. And also, in order for you to stay just in the know about everything that's going on, I've got a mastermind that's coming very, very soon. I will be announcing it next month, but it is coming very soon. And a great way for you to stay in the know is through the green room. All right. So they are the first people to know everything. They're the first people to get access to anything that I've got going on, to get behind the scenes stuff. So if you want to be a part of the green room, there's a QR code right here, or you can just go to my website, NicciWillis.com, and click on the green room and join. It is free right now. Hint, right now. But as soon as all those founding members are in, it will then be paid. So if you want to be a founding member, get on in there. Just scan that code right there. All right, we've got people joining in. Hello, hello. I want to shout out all of our people that are watching, whether it's on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to comment, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, it's Nicci Willis, NICCIWILLIS. You can find all of the previous Pitch Perfect Live episodes as well. And maybe you can binge that a little bit. All right. Well, y'all ready to get started? I know I am. And we are going to bring on our wonderful guest, Mary Ellen. Hello, hello. How are you?
I am good. How are you today?
I am good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mary Ellen. She is the CEO of Fintech Management Consulting. All right. Now, Mary Ellen, we are going to open up the open mic just for you. And all you need to do is pitch to me. Now, I'm not going to interrupt. I'm not going to do anything but just take copious notes. And when you are done, we are going to see where we land. Is that cool?
That's cool.
All right. You feeling good?
Yes. I'm ready for this. I'm ready.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I love it. I'm ready for this. I love that. All right, Mary Ellen, here we go. I'm ready for your pitch.
So Fintech Management Consulting is a bookkeeping company. We like to work with small to mid-sized companies, preferably startups, so I can train them right and get them on the right road. I will take a look at the accounting system that you're using, make sure that you're recording all your expenses correctly, so you're not leaving any deductions on the board, which would reduce your tax bill at the end of the year. I get all of your financial records up to date and cleaned up and ready for your accountant to file your taxes. I can come in and review any staff you might have, streamline your processes. I'm very much a technology person. I want to utilize all of these fancy computers that we have to our best ability so that we can spend our time working on more important things like analyzing the financial results to run your business better. And I can mentor your staff, write up standard operating procedures. In the course of my 40 some years of doing accounting, I have done all of those things.
All right, is that it?
That's it.
All right. All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mary Ellen. Okay. So when we're doing Pitch Perfect Live, I always do a pitch report. Okay. Now, my pitch report is based off of my framework. It is a narrative pitch blueprint that I've created. Now, the first thing I want to look at is your ideal client, or in our case, and what I call it is your hero. Okay. Now you mentioned small to medium sized businesses, but then you also said preferably startups. So in this case, who do you want to talk to?
Let's go with established small to mid-sized companies.
Okay, so small to mid-sized, those can have two different types of characteristics, if you will, demographics, if you will. So particularly their spend. Who do you work with the most? Established small businesses or established medium-sized businesses?
I would say established small businesses.
Okay. Okay, so established small businesses. Okay. And I say that only because those of you who have watched us before or watched a Pitch Perfect Live before, a startup is different from an established small size, and an established small size is different from an established medium size. So this established small size actually gives us a clue to who we can talk to, and also what their conflict is. Now, in your pitch, you mentioned that a lot of the things that you do. You mentioned that you look at their current systems and look at their current systems and kind of see if you can make improvements there. You said that you look at their finances and clean up their finances. You review their staff and see how they can make changes there. You said something about fancy computers, making the fancy computers work. That was so I heard a lot about what you do, but in terms of, I felt like that's kind of where we lost the plot.
Okay.
You're telling me all the things that you did, but where is the conflict for this established small size business? Where's the pain point? Where's the problem?
Okay. So let me rethink this really quick.
Okay.
How about I go with something like, do you have a pile of receipts on your desk and you don't know what to do with them? You're not getting your monthly financial reports on a timely basis to make good financial decisions.
There we go. Yes.
You're not sure what you can include as a deductible expense for your tax return. Yes.
And even before a question, you can pose it as a question, but you can also say, before my clients work with me, they have piles and piles of receipts on their desks.
Right.
Their monthly reports are never on time. And therefore, they can't make informed decisions. You said another one, and I didn't get to write it down. What'd you say?
Are they taking advantage of all the deductible expenses that they can put on their tax return?
Yeah. Before my clients work with me, they have no idea the amount of money that they're leaving on the table with the deductions that they don't know about.
Right. Okay.
So that right there is painting that pain point, or in my case, painting the conflict that these potential clients really need to hear first before they hear anything about what you do.
Okay.
Anything about what you do. Because what's happening is you're saying, well, listen, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And they're tuning out because it's like, well, why should I even care?
Right.
They think they're fine. I mean, so what about the receipts on the desk? It's been my norm. They don't know that, oh my gosh, these receipts are causing me pain financially.
Right.
But what you just told me was the receipts are causing you pain. that untimely monthly reports are causing you pain, and unknown deductions are causing you pain. That is a good start. Okay. So in terms of the solutions, I thought the solution was good. You gave me a lot, but I think we can make it tighter.
Okay.
So let's go back to all the things that you do, and let's see if we can tighten it. So can you tell me, start again from what you do, what it is that you do?
What I do is I review their transactions on a monthly basis, make sure that they are categorized correctly, so they're taking advantage of the tax deductions that they're legally allowed to take.
Okay.
Make sure that they have timely reporting so they can make good business decisions with their financial information.
Okay. So you review transactions. You make sure they're categorized correctly.
Yes.
And you give them their reports on time, so that so that
they can make better business decisions.
Okay. So they can make better business decisions. Now, as much as I like it, I'm wondering if we can't tighten that part up too.
Okay.
So better business decisions, what does that look like? What do better business decisions actually look like for your clients?
Well, for somebody who's in the trades or who is selling products, are they pricing their services or their products correctly? Have they included the correct overhead amount that they need to include, in addition to, supplies and materials? And what is their gross profit percentage?
Okay.
What is their markup? Without good financial reports, you can't make those good business decisions.
Okay.
Right?
So in other words, you take care of reviewing the transactions, categorizing things correctly, and executing those monthly reports so that they can do what they do best.
Yes.
Okay, so that they can do what they do best. Is that something that you would say? Would you say it that way?
Yeah, I would say it that way.
Okay, because I want this to be authentic to you.
Right.
But if we know that they can do what they do best in terms of pricing things correctly, in terms of savings on, you said inventory?
Correct. It depends on the industry, right?
Yeah, the industry, right.
Right.
So if it's for just in general, your business, we're talking about they can do what they do best as the expert in their business. They can save time and they can save money. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Okay. They can do what they can do. They can do what they do best as the expert in their field. Expert in their field. Their fields. And save both time and money. Okay. Let me see. I think we've got a comment here. Let's see. Oh, someone said, yay, the green room. Yes, you guys are awesome. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. So let's go back to, let's see. Okay, so we've looked at the hero. We're talking about an established small business here. We've really painted that conflict now. You've got piles of receipts. Your monthly finance reports are usually late. And you've got deductions that you don't even know about, leaving money on the table. As a small business owner, you can't have that. That's where I come in. Our company reviews your transactions. We categorize everything correctly, and you get your reports, your monthly reports on time so that you can do what you do best. That's make the money. all while saving time and also saving money. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay. Let's try that piece. Let's take all these pieces that we kind of fleshed out, and let's see if we can. Well, we need a good hook. I like painting the conflict as that hook, because there's a lot of people that do bookkeeping and accounting and financing, but we're talking about 40 years. You said you've been in this game for 40 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what do you think about starting that conversation out by painting that conflict? Painting the picture of that conflict.
You mean talking about them having a pile of receipts and okay. All right.
You want me to try one for you?
Sure.
Okay. So you could say this. You could start with your authority, okay? Because what you're doing right now, you are the author of this hero's story. And your job as the author of this story is to retell their narrative so that their happy ending is with you.
Okay.
So you can say, as the author here, I've been doing this for 40 years. And before clients work with me, they usually have a pile of receipts on their desk. They usually have the monthly reports, those. They usually don't get those every month. They also have these deductions, all these deductions that I know about, and they only know about half of them, leaving money on the table. So that's where I come in. My company reviews these transactions. We categorize everything. And we give you your monthly reports on time so that you can make proper business decisions. You can be the expert in your field. And most importantly, you can save time and money. Now, how does that sound?
That sounds really good.
Okay.
That's really good. And I don't know if somehow we can like a little tagline that I put on my business card is balanced books, better business.
Okay. Balanced books or balanced?
Yes. Balanced books, better business.
Okay. I like it.
And because it kind of equates to the fact that we are, we're trying to make sure that all of their transactions are up to date and categorized correctly. Things are, proper, right, in an accounting world. Yep. They can get a timely financial statement, a P&L, yes, so that it can see if they're making money or not making money, so that they can, yep, adjust accordingly. Okay. You want to, especially nowadays, like you want them to be using something like a QuickBooks, for example, sure, because it's very automated, but AI is never going to take the place of somebody looking at transactions.
Correct.
I found prior place that I worked, there was a transaction that came through. It looked just fine, but it just looked a little funky to me. And I ended up finding $2 million worth of fraud.
Keep that piece.
Okay.
That's a great testimonial piece for whenever you need it.
Right.
Only just whenever you need it. Because what we're trying to do is simplify the most.
Right.
Most business owners, the thing that we do well is what we actually do in that business. All the numbers, all the things. Whoosh.
Right.
But if you can help me make money, save money, or save time, I'm here for it.
Right.
So by keeping those kind of in your back pocket, but not necessarily putting them all on this big platter where they're kind of drinking by a fire hose, right, it helps them lean in and say, okay, tell me more. See what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Let's see. I love this tagline: balanced books, better business. I like that. I feel like that's a great, like, quirky kind of, like that's your closer line, as we say at our company: balanced books, better business.
Okay.
So let's see. I don't want to give you too much, so I want to go ahead and like see how you start this new pitch, with particularly who you're talking to. This small established business, but helping them see what the issue is, what their conflict is, and then how you quickly paint this turning point so that they can have this resolution or this transformation, right? So let's see. We're going to do a little role play here and see how you land and see what else we can tweak here. Okay, you ready?
All right. So with 40 some years experience doing accounting and bookkeeping, I find that most of my clients really have
Pause. Time. Take a deep breath, because I know your brain is working, and I can tell, because you're doing and that tells me that your brain is working, but it also is telling me you're trying to fill that space.
Okay.
You don't have to. Use the pause to your advantage.
Okay.
With 40 years of working in this industry, I have seen XYZ. Just slow it down. Just slow it down. Because you're also saying, with the pauses, how important it is for people to understand how much money they're leaving on the table.
Okay.
So let's start again. And before you say the just pause.
Okay.
And then keep pressing on. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. In my 40 years experience doing bookkeeping and accounting, I've encountered a lot of clients that have that nefarious pile of receipts on their desk, or they're not getting their financial reports on time, so they can't make good business decisions, or they might not even be recording legitimate deductible expenses that they could be taking that would reduce their tax bill. That's where my company comes in. We come in and we look at your books. We make sure everything is categorized correctly, that you're taking advantage of all the tax deductible expenses that you can. And we get you a financial statement in a timely manner so that you can do the thing that you do best, and that's run your business with the correct financial information. Balanced books make better business.
Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen. That was so good. That was good. That was good. How did that feel for you?
It felt really good. Like, I didn't pause too much.
Yeah.
And I hit all of the important points.
Yes. And I knew exactly what you did. You didn't have to over explain all the things. That was so good and clean. Now, the only thing that we need, which is what I didn't get in your original pitch, was what I call the epilogue, the call to action. What do you want your hero to do? Where do you want them to find you? Do you want them to book a call? What do you want this person, this business, to do? What's your epilogue?
Well, that's going to depend on where I'm doing this pitch. Am I doing it on an Instagram or a Facebook post, or am I doing it to somebody live?
Well, I always love live. Clearly.
So if I'm doing it live, I'm going to whip out one of my business cards, or better yet, I'm going to say, "Oh, I don't have a business card with me. Can I have one of yours?"
Love, love, love.
Yes.
I love that better.
And let me contact you for a free consultation.
Okay.
Because that is something that I offer to everybody, is a free consultation.
Now, what would you say? What's the conversion for that free consultation?
I come in and we talk more in depth about their business and more. I
Well,
actually
even
have,
just for booking it, like out of 10 people, how many people usually take you up on that free consultation?
well, I'm very new to this business, so I haven't got it one yet.
Okay.
That's why I'm here, so that I can refine this. So when I'm meeting those people, I know exactly what to say to them.
Got it. I love that you said, well, I would give them my business card. Then you said, no. I would ask them for their business card, which is great because you never want to leave money on the table that way. You give them that business card, guaranteed is headed to the trash before they even leave the space. So
right.
You ask them for their business card or their email or, whatever. Just a chance for the ball to remain in your court for as long as possible.
Right.
Let's see. So you said just a free consultation to look at their books?
No, a free consultation to have a more in-depth discussion about their pain points. Where are they struggling with their business that I can help them with? Is it because they've got that pile of receipts on their desk? They don't know what to do with it. Can they there's ways to automate that. Are they deducting everything correctly? I can take a quick look at their chart of accounts and say, oh, well, you're missing this, this, and this. Or they've got a miscellaneous account that's got, $50,000. Well, you get audited. That's the first thing IRS is going to look at. You don't want to leave anything in miscellaneous. Looking at some of those things and having that bigger discussion about what their pain points are and how I can help them, ease their life so that they're getting good reports and they can go out and run their business and make money.
Okay. This is a great time to ask them a question.
Okay.
This would be a great time to ask them a question. It could be something like, because you were talking about like getting their email, and you can say, now when I email you, I would love to hear from you on this question. Let's see. The question can be, it could be something easy. What's the thing you hate most about bookkeeping or, your accounting experience? Or what's been your experience in accounting with, an accounting professional? It could be,
I'm just thinking of the, the typical business owner, they've got,
but when you have the presence of, I'm curious about what you think, because you probably do know.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is, I'm curious. I want to hear from you. What's important to you?
I want to hear from them. What's important to them? Or do they feel like, they don't know what to do with all these receipts, or they don't know how to properly categorize things?
So my question also for you is actually, my actual question to you is, I know we grew up always understanding people get funny around money, right? So do they tend to clam up, or, when people are talking about taxes or just money in general in terms of their business, do you get people that clam up, or do you get people that kind of word vomit on you?
It's 50-50, really. Some people, just
want to talk about
everything out to you and let you know everything. And then there's other people that don't want to tell you because they feel like it's a top secret thing, right? And, and I understand that. You don't, in our initial discussion, you don't have to give me any kind of, real numbers, right? I just want to get more of a general, what is going wrong, that you're not getting the information that you need to make good decisions. And
Okay.
that's what I'm here to help you with. And then once they say, you are the girl for me, let's sign a contract, let's get busy, then we can get into the nitty gritty. So it just depends on a person by person basis, really.
Okay. So, because what I'm thinking about is, as you're getting this final epilogue, right? This call to action, they give you that business card. And like you said, you want to be able to convert as many people as you possibly can once you send that email. Okay. So I did hear you say asking them what's wrong. Let's change the narrative on that.
Okay.
And talk about what potential is out there. And you could say so many, you can kind of qualify it and say so many accountants and accounting companies are going to ask you what's wrong. But I'm not, in my 40 years, I don't want to do that. I want to talk to you about what can be. You see how that changes from the dreaded, I got to go through these receipts and, I got to do this versus, okay, what's out there? What am I leaving out there? What else could I see?
Right. Well, I can ask them, how do you want to grow your business? And how can I help you do that?
Okay. If you could, and actually make it fun, if you could wave a magic wand, where would you want your business in the next 12 months?
Okay.
Because yes, of course, this is an accounting question, but you're giving them this ability to dream. And then you can come in and say, I can help you get there. Let's book a consultation so we can talk more about it.
Right. I just, it's always funny because I always feel like I'm in a job interview, right? Mm-hmm. And so, which it is in a way. Mm-hmm. So I want them to understand that I have this wealth of knowledge and, they don't have
to know it right then and there.
Right.
They just need to know, okay, she sees that I have this problem and it sounds like she can take care of it in a pretty different way. Let me see about this. All we need is for them to book that call.
Right.
Because that's when the 40 years of magic work. And you can go in and say, okay, you see this, you see this, you see this. You don't have to do that at the beginning. The first thing you want them to do is to just lean in. Okay, now you have my attention. Let's book this call. Let's book this consultation. Okay, somebody says, love the idea of having them ask you a question when they reach out to you. It sounds like a quick way to start building. Absolutely. And provide you the opportunity to show them what you've got. That's right. Yes, we want Mary Ellen to show them what she's got. But being able to build that rapport, help them understand that you see their problem already and paint that picture so that they can say, oh my gosh, yeah, she knows exactly where I'm at. Yes, I've had that problem. Yeah, you know what? I'm the one that's doing these reports. That's why they're not on time.
Right.
And she said that I can then do what I do best. That would be wonderful.
Right.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, because most of these people that go into business, they don't go into business to do accounting or bookkeeping. They go into business to operate their business.
Yes.
Right. Yes. And, and it's very interesting. I had my sister told me a couple weeks ago, Mary Ellen, why are you doing that? You can hire somebody
to do that
for you so that you can focus on more important things.
Yes.
And it was like a little light moment for me.
Yes. See. Yeah. Why are you doing that?
Yes.
This is where I shine.
Right.
And I do what I do best so that you can do what you do best. And it's just all about just simplifying that, helping them see that conflict. This is the turning point. This is what I do so that you could do what you do best.
Right.
and you don't have to leave money on the table. And you don't have to lose money as well.
Right.
And you can also save time.
Right.
Yeah. So when you communicate those quick buzzwords, here's what I would avoid. Analyze results to run your business better. Very vague. Too vague. If you're running your business better, that means you're making money. So we keep it simple. We keep it simple. And I love that you buttoned it up with balanced books, better business.
There we go. Yeah.
Simple. Somebody can remember you for that. Balanced books, better business. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it was. It was very enlightening, actually.
Okay. So, how did you feel your pitch was before?
Well, I knew that it was a little heavy on like me and not so much like trying to get them to engage.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so this has really given me, the words that I need to, make it about them and engage them so that they want to have that consultation. They want to have an extended meeting to figure out how can I really dig in and help them.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. What do you feel like you're going to do differently starting tomorrow?
I'm going to change the way that I talk to people about my business. I'm going to talk about, I know that that businesses struggle with these things, and I have ways to, help you and fix that so it's not a pain point. And I, free up your time so that you can do your business and not be stuck in the back office, so to speak, doing the stuff that you hate to do that I love to do.
Oh, that was good too. I like that one too. See, y'all, this is why we do what we do here at Pitch Perfect Live. Now, Mary Ellen, as we close out, I always love to let my guests tell everybody where they can find them. And of course, this will be in the description below, people. So I will make sure I put that. But Mary Ellen, I will let you take it away. Where can we find you?
You can find me at my website, Fintech Management Consulting, or you can email me at info@fintechmgmtconsulting.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Mary Ellen, for joining us. Y'all, this is great. Now, if you want to be in the hot seat, in the Pitch Perfect Live hot seat, just go to my website, NicciWillis.com. That's NICCIWillis, and click on the Pitch Perfect Live button. Go ahead and schedule that session with me, and you just might be next. Now, as you can see inside the narrative pitch blueprint, Mary was just missing a few pieces of that 7-piece blueprint. We put those in and boom, she got it. This could be you too. All right. So while you're thinking about it, matter of fact, stop thinking about it. Just go to my website. Right, Mary Ellen? She said, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Don't even think about it. Don't walk. Run to my website. You can be next on Pitch Perfect Live. Also join the green room. That is where everybody gets all of the first pieces of access and behind the scenes information and all the things. So head over to the green room as well, and you won't miss a thing here with me. All right, guys, I want you to have a wonderful week. I will see you guys next Tuesday with a brand new business leader. And in the meantime, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Mary Ellen, thank you for joining.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody. Thanks so much, and see you next week. Bye.